there YouTubers, what's up? Anywho, and so today guys, we are going to be playing some Battle for Neighborville, and today we're going to be doing a different video. As you guys know, we are going to be currently showing you guys a review of both comparison of Battle for Neighborville versus Garden Warfare 2. And as you guys can see, right now we are in Kitty Park, and we are going to be showing you first how Battle for Neighborville looks and how the game is. And so let's get started. And if you guys like the video, smash the like button, and then if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell to turn on all notifications. Let's get started on it. And so as you guys can see, they've changed a lot of stuff on Battle for Neighborville. They removed variants, and they also added some new character. And so let me show you what characters they have. And so as you guys can see, they also changed the way how the changing boot works. Now they have an attack class, defend class, and a support class. And so let's start with the attack class. They have the soldier returning, and then they have the imp returning, super brains, 80s action hero, which is one of the new characters they added, electric slide, and then they have the defend class. They have Captain Deadbeard, returning character, and then they have the all-star, and then they also have the space cadet, whom is a new character. Then they have the support class. And then we got returning class scientist, returning character scientist. And then we got the engineer. And then we just got this class. Last update, we just got it. And this is the newest one, wizard. As you guys can see, they added this not too long ago. And yeah. And so then another thing that you could do instead, now you can add your own abilities, and you can add your own type of upgrades to your character. And like, you'll get new upgrades when you basically then finish up. You'll be getting your own upgrades, and you can basically then upgrade it and use it that as your health. And yeah, and so as you guys can see, we can pick that, and then after, yeah, and then as you guys see right now, then basically that's what you can do. And then after then, that's how the upgrade works. And now let me show you around inside Kitty Park. And so as you guys can see, now in the game we can actually sprint, and then as you guys can see right where I'm shooting, that's where it can tell you all the stuff they've got on the game and which each of them have. And anyway, so yeah, and so now then let's go down over. And then we also have challenges, and you can basically complete each character challenge that they told you, and then you'll basically get a reward from Rux. And then you can also do a timed challenge, which is daily and weekly. And then you can also then go ahead, and now instead of stars, they got prize bolts. And then with this, you can basically grind out, and you can get all of these stuffs you see right now. And then that's how you can basically sometimes get a new costume or a new character that they might add. And you can also get rainbow stars, which they just added recently. And then you basically start from the beginning, like right over here, and it will also tell you what you get after you grind out all of the prize map rewards. And then they also changed the way how Rux looks, guys. as you can see. They also changed how Rooks looks, and the rainbow stars look way different from before. And as you guys can see. And then after guys, then also, as you guys can see, they also changed the multiplayer portal, and now they basically removed some of the old game modes, which they still have in some parts, like in mixed modes. They removed Gnome Bomb from now on as a game mode, and now it's basically just the mixed mode, guys, as you know. And then now as a game mode, they have the weekly event, which is Harm, Help, Hunt, Hinder. And then they also got Battle Arena, which is the newest game mode of all. And then they have Turf Takeover, Team Vanquish, which was both in Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And then they also have Gardens of Graveyard Ops. And then they also have mixed modes. And Gnome Bomb is basically in mixed modes now. And now let's go down to Giddy Park. And then let's go ahead, and now guys, as you can see, they have launchers that launch us down here. And then they have different stuff that you could do down here, where you can attack, and you can basically pick by the world globe. You can basically pick whether or not you want it public or private. And yeah, and so then as you guys can see, right now we are in Giddy Park, and instead of the backyard battleground, basically guys, now they removed the capture the flag, and they basically added some new stuff, like where we could ride these stuff. They basically added the option where we can ride these roller coaster rides, and we can basically like have fun with our friends. And we can also practice combat in Giddy Park now, and we can also then like go ahead, and there are different activities that they might spawn randomly where you can go along on a treasure hunt, find treasure. And then there's also the option where you can then after like where you can basically then go ahead, and as you guys can see right now, we just got killed by the Snapdragon. Anyways, so as you guys can see, there's basically different stuff that you can do now in Giddy Park. There are a lot of rides you can ride, and then there's also then different activities that you could do randomly, like it tells you what activity is happening. And then they also added some activities, and you can also fight and do 2v2s with your friends, and basically hang out and just randomly shoot targets for practice. And yeah, and then as you guys can see, just like before, now instead they have a shield, and it shows the plant symbols for the plant side and a D for the zombie side. And anyways, and so that's how Giddy Park looks, and they have all these different rides. And now that guys, we are going to be showing you how Turf Takeover looks. And if you guys want to see how the other game modes look, just go ahead and look on my broadcasts that we did on PVZBFN. That will basically let you know how it actually looks. But I'm going to show you a quick sample of Turf Takeover, how it looks, and then we'll basically leave, and then we'll be going over to the plants side. But before we do that, actually, let's go ahead and let me show you the plant side now that I think about it. Okay, Alright, now then we are on the plant side, and as you guys can see, it's basically the same thing, but the plant side is way different. And also guys, one thing I forgot to let you all know is that now they removed the sticker shop. So from now on Battle for Neighborville, there is going to be capsules instead of sticker shop, and it's going to be the Mr. Rewardatron 9000 as your, and it only will be costing about 30,000 to get a costume of character oriented. And then this is how Rex looks also on plants. And then as you guys can see, then over here on the plant side, this is how the promotion center looks, and both have promotion centers, and they changed the way how the ranking system works now for the promotions. And then they also have this for like practice, like just to have fun making music and stuff. And also guys, then they also, now that wasn't in Garden Warfare 2, they now have an XP machine that you can pay about 15,000 coins, and it will basically give you about the amount of XP you want to level you up. And from before, now guys, they also have a victories. They also added victory slaps, and basically now you can customize your victory slaps the way you want them, and you can basically customize them the way you want, and you'll basically get more and more customizations. Then guys, they also have these for you to practice shooting. And now then let's show you all the characters for the plants. Then we'll be going over to the turf takeover, and then after them we'll be showing you how the single player campaign works. How do you think I'm doing, bro? Thanks. And so now let's go into turf takeover, and let's show you how it actually looks and how it works. So as you can see, they also added new maps that wasn't on Garden Warfare 2 for Turf Takeover, and they changed a whole lot of stuff. The old maps are not on here no more. And then they also added a fact where it tells you if you're the attacking team or if you're the defending team. And as you guys can see, we are going to be using our pre-shooter, and as you guys can see from before, Turf Takeover was way different before Garden Warfare 2. And now, as you guys can see, they've changed the abilities of each class. Can you please tell Darbot to stop inviting me, please? Darbot. And also guys, now you can actually sprint on this game, and they also changed the reviving system of how it works. Now with the reviving system, you can actually shoot and you can move, but you have to be in the circle in order to revive a friend of yours or anyone you want to revive on each side. And then you can also run on this game, and you couldn't run on Garden Warfare 2 guys, as you know. And then the Citron also has a shield now that the Citron has a shield that you can use to protect yourself. And then they also changed the abilities of the Scientist. And as you guys can see, instead of the running sprint ability, now they have this ability for the pea shooter, where you can basically run and then hover by pressing L2. And yeah, and so anyway, and so then as you guys can see, they also changed the way how the capture points look, and they also changed a lot of stuff, and that's how turf takeover looks, as you guys can see. And instead of only taking points now, instead of only taking capture, instead of capturing points now, they also added an idea where you can push payload, where you'll have to push payload sometimes, and then you can capture the point. Like, you'll have to, they added the idea of where you can do that, and that wasn't on Garden Warfare 2, as you guys know. And that's and yeah. And now then, let's go back to Giddy Park, now that you guys know. And then they changed the way how the ending works, like how you actually end the game for each map. And then, yeah. And so, instead of Backyard Battleground, now it says Giddy Park, and then it shows all the stuff I just showed you, including Zomboss HQ. And anyways, and so yeah. And so now, let's go ahead over to the single player campaign, and then they also don't have garden. They also have garden and graveyard ops, but they don't have the van anymore, as you guys can see on any side. Now they actually put it somewhere in the single player campaign for each of the maps they've added, as you guys can see. Instead of having it in the Backyard Battleground, they added it inside the campaign, single players, cities, and I'm gonna go show you now then, guys. And then they changed the way how the single player works, guys, from Garden Warfare 2. Now instead, you travel over to a different country, or should I say, a different map from Giddy Park. And then it says Pressure Pierre, which is a map that's on Turf Takeover as well and stuff. And then, as you guys can see, then it will load us in, and then it will basically show us where everything is. And then this is how the zombies one looks, as you guys can see. And then you can also open up a map, and then there's a way how it will show you your... What's wrong, Mama?
Tell you what's wrong, my children? Why do you always start the sentence by saying good morning in the Mama? Why are you always asking me what's wrong?
Because I don't know which...
Isn't it better to assume there is nothing wrong and then be surprised when something is wrong, instead of assuming something is wrong and being surprised when nothing is wrong?
What? No. It's okay, Mama.
No, you don't love me?
Tell me. I do love you. It's not that I don't love you. I mean, it doesn't... Well, right now I'm recording. Can I come after?
Okay, when you finish recording.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. And so then, as you guys can see, now it actually has a map of the... And don't mind the background noise, that was just my mom calling to ask me something. And now, as you guys can see, instead of in the single player campaign, they have a map where you can go explore, and they have different options, and you can basically warp home by pressing on L, And let me show you how Garden Ops works now. Instead of Graveyard Ops, they've actually named it Ops only. And instead of it having a vehicle, and you could also go ahead and fight the plants, and then now, by the way, guys, before on Garden Warfare 2, you would need stars in order to pay for the chests as well, guys. But now, you don't need stars no more, and you don't need to pay for the chests. And anyways, and that's the difference. And now you can just open up the chests for free without any requirements. And you can also use your bots and your plants anytime you want, but there will be a cooldown. And then, as you guys can see also, guys, this is an option as a game mode on multiplayer, but Graveyard Ops and Garden Ops will be inside each single player campaign. And yeah, and so there's also this that you can do, and then this is where you can find all the numbers as well, as you guys can see. And instead, now they added this money method where you use tacos to pay for stuff, where you can basically buy costumes. Because before you didn't really have any money where you can use on Garden Warfare 2 for the single player campaign mode. And yeah, so for each map that they added for the single player campaign, they added those. And you can also do challenges where when you're playing Ops, where you will have to play as a specific character. You wouldn't be able to do that before. You just picked whatever character you wanted. And yeah, that's how each part works. And the single player campaign, I would suggest, was way better than Garden Warfare 2 on Battle for Naperville. And yeah. And that's how the single player campaign works for both plants and zombies. And that's how it is for both single player. Now then, guys, we are going to be hopping on to Garden Warfare 2 and showing you the difference of what difference there is and what they added, what they don't have from Battle for Naperville. But I would recommend you guys get Battle for Naperville over Garden Warfare 2. And so I'll see you all on Garden Warfare 2 now then, guys. Alright, now then, guys, we are on Garden Warfare 2, as you guys can see, and this is how it basically looks like, the backyard battleground. As you guys can see, this is how it looks, and this is where they have all the variants, and as you guys can see, let me show you around. As you guys can see what I said before, on Battle for Naperville, they don't have this for Garden Ops in the backyard background, and then they also don't have, they have this, but they don't have the quest board where you can see the quests for stuff like these, and they only have it on Garden Warfare 2. And also, guys, they have bricks, but it doesn't look like this. And then, as you guys can see, the single player campaign is actually in here instead of it being inside a different spot. And they also don't have this where it shows you your sticker book, where it shows you which characters you mostly played and which character you got most vanquishes with, both sides. And as you guys can see, they don't have these no more. For each class, they have them all combined in one spot, as you guys can see, instead of them having them in their own spot where they decorated their place by themselves. And you won't be able to, and before, this was how it was, as you guys can see. And as you guys can see, you'll have to use an ability only for the PC they're available to run, or speed up in this game also, guys.
That is so tiny.
Then that's how this is how the game right now. And as you guys let me show you right now. One thing that they changed.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb fuck.
I said that you'll need
Jesus.
stars. As you guys can see, we got 43. And in order to open up those chests out there, like as you guys can see, this is how the backyard battleground looks.
Hello, everybody be quiet.
And then as you guys
Baseball bat!
right now, let's go over to the chests and then let's check it out and see. And let's show you guys what I mean. How it works, the chest, and how you open it. So anyway, and so as you guys know, the only way you can open up chests in this game is by using stars. Like for example up here, as you guys can see, it says 3 stars. And then that's how you can open up the chests on Garden Warfare 2. But on Battle for Neighborville, in the single player campaign, you can basically open chests without stars. And it's basically changed to prize bulbs from stars now, instead of using stars. And as you guys can see, you'll need stars in order to get these. And the way how the coins look changed. And there's no more sticker pack, as you guys know, on Battle for Neighborville. And one thing I liked on this game that they removed on Battle for Neighborville, which I'm fine with now, was the variants. And they also don't have Agent P, whom we're currently using right now. And then they also don't have this game mode that I used to love playing, which was only available on Garden Warfare 2. And that was Infinity Time. And then as you guys can see, they also don't have to capture the flag, which I missed. Also, anyways, and yeah, and so that was how it worked. And as you guys can see, we couldn't do any event until the store opened, and nothing in there. And then they also don't have that no more. And that's one thing that's different. They don't have the raise the flag game mode, and then they also don't have the chomper pizza, where you can play as the chomper pizza to pick up, to deliver pizzas. And they don't have the quest badge no more, and including for the zombies. And then they don't have Infinity Time no more, guys, as you know. They removed that from Battle for Neighborville. And they also, we still got the world options, but we don't have a lot of options on this game. And as you guys can see, this was how it was before Battle for Neighborville came. You couldn't do your own upgrades. You had to pick an upgrade that was done by them. Like, you can make your own upgrade. And also you could pick the ability you wanted, either hyper or super P jump. And that was how you did gestures on this game as well, guys, as you know. And yeah, and so now, and guys, I'm gonna show you over here, like, as you guys can see, they don't have this no more. Crazy Dave is no longer, Dave Bot 3000 is no longer used. And they don't have this underground cave no more on Battle for Neighborville. They removed they changed everything that was on this game to make that game better. But I still recommend you guys get Battle for Neighborville, as I told you before. On there you can basically do different stuff. And yeah, so as you guys can see, this was how it looked, and I'm gonna show you a sample of how Turf Takeover looked, and I'm gonna show you the difference of how which game modes they've got and which game modes they don't have from Battle for Neighborville. And so as you guys can see, also they used to have this where you can clean the rubble for 3 stars, and they also had a mailbox where it will tell you the news, but now instead you can look at the news when you first load in, before you load into the game, where it first says check the news instead. And yeah, and as you guys can see, we can't do solo play no more. We can't do private play either on Battle for Neighborville. We can only do multiplayer. And then they don't have the welcome mat game mode. They have mixed mode, but as I told you, in a different way. On that game, they also have Turf Takeover, which has changed. And they have Team Vanquish, but they don't have Gnome Bomb no more as a game mode. And then they don't have Suburban Nation. That Gnome Bomb and Suburban Nation are in mixed modes, as you guys know. And then they also don't have Vanquish confirmed. Instead, they have that on weekly events, like the weekly event we got now. And yeah, and so as you guys know, they've changed those and they've added those onto those game modes I just mentioned for you guys. And they also don't have the soccer field no more, as you guys know, that we used to have on this game. And yeah, and so that's the difference between Battle for Neighborville and Garden Warfare 2, and I hope you all liked it. If you do, smash the like button, and then if you guys are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to turn on all notifications. And as you guys know, and one other thing I forgot to mention on Battle for Neighborville was that you also could, and then one thing you could also do that I forgot to mention was that in this game, as you guys know, you could not play the single player missions with your friends, but on Battle for Neighborville they changed that, and as you guys know, now you can actually go in with your friends and you can actually get some help on both the gnome stuff and you can actually get help on the other stuff as well. And so as you guys know, and I did miss playing this game, as you guys know, one other thing they changed was that from now on they didn't have these sewers, as you guys could see, and then they didn't have the crazy targets. As you guys can see, they changed a lot of stuff, and they also don't have that no more, where you can practice crazy targeting, and where you can look at the store to talk to that guy. Instead now, as I told you before, they have those targets that move up and down, and then where you can practice inside Guinea Park, inside each HQ, and yeah. And so this is your boy Chieftvganggamer. We are gonna end the video here, and I hope you all liked it. If you do, smash the like button, and if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below what you think of this video. This was my first time making this type of video, and anyways, and yeah, and so it's your boy Chief. Peace out and goodbye.